Good morning.
I just came in from a brisk walk outside. Brisk.
So nice.
Wonderful.
We're really having winter right now,
Yeah,
temperature wise, really, really nice.
yeah. And Larry, it put me in a mind of thinking about the idea of cold and cold
Right?
being so important to bringing the balance of bringing balance to the heat of summer, the cold of winter.
Yeah.
And but also cold is a penetrating kind of a pathogen that can bring us other kinds of discomforts, in now, today, and maybe down the road if it stays inside of our body.
Yeah. Right.
So then I kind of flew over to the idea, that traditional Chinese medicine concept that we've been talking about as you get ready for your upcoming COVID prevention and recovery class on February 3rd and 10th, about the traditional Chinese medicine concept about when energy is flowing smoothly through the body, that illness doesn't have a chance to get in.
Yeah. To get established. Yeah. To
Yeah.
enter. Right. I mean, these are all kind of flow right from nature. I mean, I think the way I understand it is when we talk about cold, that, living things are warm. We're warm.
Mm,
When we're alive, we're warm. When we're dead, we're cold.
mm,
So, like, warmth is associated with life, and cold is associated with things heading towards not being alive or actually being dead. So, therefore, when life is present, there's a flow inside. When we know that in our bodies, that the things are flowing, blood flows, everything flows.
yeah.
And, at a certain point when there's no life, everything will get cold. So, I think cold is the sort of the early warning sign of you're heading in that direction. But that's still kind of physical, right? I mean, that's
Mhm.
a kind of physical example. I think, what we've been learning is that, life has a message. Your spirit has a message, and it comes with the chi, with your life force. And this message comes into your body, constantly, among other places through your heart. So your heart is the link, the bridge between your spirit and your physical body. It pumps blood, that's physical, and it carries oxygen and other, life-giving things in your body, that's physical. But the message that allows your physical body to function, the functioning of it, what your body's supposed to do, that comes from your spirit. So that message has to flow. I think on a higher level, we can see the message, our message has to flow. And if our message isn't flowing, isn't communicated everywhere, and we might see it in like a sore joint because it's not flowing through that joint. And then you have soreness. And, so if it's not flowing, your message isn't flowing, then you can't really live like you. You can't really be you fully. And I think that's a different way of thinking about illness. Like illness is the message that somehow you're not keeping track of who you are. Like you've gone on to something else that's a little bit off the path. And the illness says, your body says, no, that's not it. Wake up, pay attention, make a change, and then things will flow again. And that's, I think, the idea.
That's so
So
beautiful.
we have physical side and we have more sort of energy and visible spirit side.
Mm,
And then it all has to flow because we would say the Tao, nature, universe is flowing
mm.
and everything is happening for its own reasons. And we're part of that. Wow, that was a lot. That's kind of a lot for Wednesday morning.
It is a lot, but it's actually simple because you're also reminding me that, like, for example, when we get sick, like, we've had COVID tearing through our house, and it's
Yeah,
caused a lot of very busy family members to stop moving.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's that, to me, is a perfect, just, concrete example of what
yeah,
you just said. We these are, we live at a very busy and pretty stressful level in
yeah,
this
yeah,
modern world.
yeah,
And sometimes it does take a little bit of a reminder, and that this is one kind of reminder, is what I'm hearing you say. This is
yeah,
one
I
kind
think
of
so.
reminder that you're doubting what your heart is telling you, which is, hey, slow down, follow Winter's example, get a rest, And if you don't, maybe I'm gonna, if you don't, you're making it possible for something to happen that's gonna cause you to pay attention in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, and we want to keep ourselves open.
Yeah.
So we might say open and flowing, many people have seen, images of, beautiful Tai Chi being done and how flowing the movements are and how nice that is. And, that's like an example of what we can see on the outside of something we want to have happening on the inside.
Mhm.
And that's what's appealing about it. And, I think that's what we aspire to. Possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm all for keeping this short and sweet. We've said a lot, and
Jenny, I want to say one thing because you mentioned in passing about the class that we're doing.
yeah,
At the beginning of February 3rd and 10th. And,
right.
so the idea is, we want to share with people some things we've learned from Master Lu about how to help your body use its own natural resources, the inner capacity we have to be in a state where we can meet the challenge that's happening through the pandemic. And because each thing has its own challenge, it has certain requirements, internal requirements. And, one of Master Lu's really gifts is that he can see what's needed to kind of give your body a boost.
Mhm.
And that's what we're going to be offering to people who come to the class, a chance to learn a couple of movements and a way to focus and understand what's going on with this pandemic and with COVID so that we can help people get stronger inside and use their body's natural capacity for healing and recovery. And cold is part of it.
Mhm.
Cold is part of it. As he says, the virus has its essence is cold.
Mhm.
So that means lots of things we do have to be connected to staying warm and how we do that. So I think it could be really useful for people who want to look at things this way and discover some ways they can help themselves.
Wow. I can't wait. The class is going to meet 2 Tuesday nights, February 3rd and 10th at 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll put registration links in the comments below and hope that you all will join us.
Exactly. Good.
All right,
Yeah,
Larry.
wonderful.
It sounds like a really good class.
Dick and Dragon are at it again.
Okay. See you all next week.
Enjoy the day.
Bye-bye.